When doing a Reno reveal, a video could go a few different ways. The Homes Under the Hammer way, the MTV Cribs way, the Changing Rooms way. If either of those UK-based TV shows aren't familiar to you, I suggest looking them up on YouTube. If you know, you know. Or I could do it my way. But first, let's see where it started. We moved into this house in late December 2020. The room was way larger than my workroom in my old flat and pretty much a white box. At the time, I thought that's what I wanted, but the more I worked in here, the more I felt I needed a cosier, better organised space. After weeks of DIYing it and then waiting for trades to come and finish it off for me, huge shout out to LM Building and Carpentry in Harpenden, who did an awesome job finishing it off and were awesome guys as well. If you want any work done in your home or work if you live in the area, then I've left their info below because I highly recommend them. Tell them I sent you. It took me a good week after they'd finished to organise stuff back into the room, as all surfaces and cupboards and equipment and ingredients containers needed to be sanitised beforehand, just to make sure that I was putting everything away clean. That left finishing touches, so last night we made another trip to IKEA for dinner, obviously, and to walk through the marketplace to get a few bits and pieces and more fake plants. I'm going completely with fake plants in here as it's a working space and it needs to remain clean as possible. Fake plants are easy to clean and don't require any looking after, which is perfect for me as I'm terrible with plants. Next, and most important to me, was to get Dad's old marquetry pictures on the wall. This is essentially the craft room that he never had, and I wanted to display some of the work he's done over the years, and these pictures go so well with the room. I've spent my childhood looking at them on the wall in my parents' house, and now they're going to proudly live here. So off I went to Dunelm to grab some command strips and various other bits to complete the room. Thankfully my new car arrived, so I was able to do that without needing a lift or getting the bus. Having a new car key is like a bar of soap. I needed a keychain or something to keep me from losing it, so I ordered from a fellow YouTuber, Fauna Rose, who sent this beautifully packaged and incredibly well-made wristlet. It's perfect, so go and check out her YouTube channel and the website link below. After a browse around Dunelm and getting sidetracked by kitchen stuff as always, I'm home with the final bits I need to complete the room. So let's get them done and reveal the room to you with a little tour. Excuse the echo because there's not so much stuff in here for the sound to bounce off at the moment, and you might hear some faffing around outside because my husband's doing cart stuff. But what we've basically got here is this cupboard under here in the corner, and this is all my packing supplies and bits and pieces, and then we've got cardboard stored in the little alcove underneath, along with my fire blanket because you never know when you'll need one of them. And then this is the shrink wrapping station. This is just where I'll do all the shrink wrapping, funnily enough. And then we've got overhead camera thing that clamps on the worktop, and that's for when I need to film that kind of stuff. Moving over here, we have a drawer of bits and pieces for packing orders, and some lovely freebie stickers, and tape and things like that. Lovely, fun, interesting things, tape gun. And then I've got shelves for stock. There's not much at the moment because I've sold a reasonable amount of soap and this is just sort of leftovers. Moving over, I've got another shelf here and another cupboard under the worktop here. And this is like stickers and basically other packaging material. There's a big gap under the worktop here, which is currently a bin and some fire extinguishers, but there will be a fridge freezer sort of around there, but I need to save up for the one that I want. Then more worktop, as you saw earlier, running down there. There'll be more stock here. I did want a shelf up there, but there ended up being some sockets and wires and things that ran up, so we couldn't do that. So that's empty for now. I'll probably add some stuff to the walls later on, or more shelves above the existing ones. Just another little display thing that I also did that for. That's just little LED wires inside a shampoo bottle, because why not? Then moving up, we've got little YouTube fake Lego and another shelf, more worktop. There's so much space. I should have said this area here, that's going to be where sort of I pack orders and things. So this whole area here is sort of picking, packing, all that kind of stuff. This middle area here is sort of for making, and then there's more room for stock up there. Coming to the end, I've got stationery and my little YouTube light, and then the marquetry pictures that my dad did in the 80s that I spent my childhood looking at are now on my wall. So it's nice to have them there. Weird little flower thing. And then we move around, and this is basically the office. So I've got my standing desk, which rises and lowers, and you've got little presets. This is actually one of the flexi spot desks, which are quite expensive, but I managed to get one on Facebook Marketplace, so that was good. So that's there. Moving around, we've got my nice big studio light, and then a new, well, an old lab table but new layout. So this is the old lab table that I did have here originally, but I've added some shelves, and then I've got my scales and my little hob. The hob will pull out when I'm using it so that steam doesn't just collect there, so that sort of move around. And then I've got gloves, little bits here, and then cloths on the top, my pH meter, and then I've got my little stirrer thing there, isopropyl alcohol, and just general things. Some magnesium cream I'm just experimenting with at the moment. And then up here, just a few sort of ingredients I use for soap quite regularly, so they're just on hand, and sodium hydroxide and a plant. And then coming round, I've done the lab table in kind of an L shape, and then I've put my soap cutter at the end there, and I'll probably eventually get an overhead stirrer which will go here, so it's got the height. And then I've got my rack there for curing soap and bath bombs and things. This has brakes, so it's not going anywhere. That's stuck on the end, and I can wheel it around when I want to, so it's not in the way. And then all sanitized equipment and some ingredients and things are in these boxes here, and at the bottom just random containers and products that I'm stability testing. And then I've got my microwave, a slow cooker, my dip slide stuff, distilled water, and then lots of bottles and jars and things that I can use for products over there. And that's pretty much it. Apart from what's in the cupboards, I got my printer tucked neatly under there. paperwork and electronic stuff and things in there. And then I've got drawers. So you pull this out, and then I've got all the bits and pieces in here. So safety goggles, miniature scale, sterilising tablets, thermometer, masks, etc. And then you have like a secret drawer here, which is not so secret really, but... And then that's all sort of cutlery and stuff. I was going to get a cutlery tray, but decided it was better like this. So spoons and everything was sanitised before it went away as well. So it's all clean and ready to use, although I will spray it before I use it because obviously I've just touched it. And then in this one is basically all my soap moulds and everything like that. And then here, random electronics and my mask and some moulds and things. And in the bottom here, some trays, some pieces like that. It's really nice to have drawers. Then in this cupboard here, we have the ingredients, and I've basically kept them as I had them before, but they're now, if you can see behind there, they're too deep in there, and it just keeps everything nice and neat. So this is all my ingredients that I've got at the moment, apart from the ones that are under the lab tables. And then we've got a little cupboard here again, which is more ingredients. And then I showed you the cupboards over there. So that is pretty much it. And it feels much nicer working in here already. It's much cozier. It's nice to have Dad's pictures up. I do also have a gem tree that he made that really needs some care and attention, so I'm going to try and revive that, and then that may go up here as well. But that is the room. I hope you like it. I will be doing probably some YouTube lives and things now that I've got a better setup for doing this. So yeah, I hope you like the room. Let me know what you think down below. It's not to everyone's taste because it is quite dark, but I like it, and that's all that really matters. So as of today, you'll find a services section on the website. This includes a website audit, which is a service whereby I take a deep dive into your website and write an action plan to try and improve traffic and also conversion. I'm also offering a PIF creation service. For those who want a little guidance or to do it for themselves, I've got videos and I also have a template available. But for those who struggle still or just hate admin, I will write your PIF for you. There are 3 options: a single product, a 5 variant and a 10 variant. If you need more, then I can do an individual quote via email. Then I'm going to offer portal notifications. Again, this has been very requested. For this, I'll submit your cosmetic product to the UK portal account. This is UK only, so I'm sorry, but I don't do the EU portal at this time. Finally, if you just want all of the admin off your hands, I'm going to offer a compliance package whereby I'll provide all the information required for your label, calculate your allergens if they're present, create your PIF and report your product on the portal. This is valid for 1 product and up to 5 variants. If you need more, then you can email me for a tailored quote. With all of these services, I act as an admin assistant. You will remain the responsible person at all times. You'll be asked to check the documents and accept them before anything is reported on the portal. If you require responsible person services as well, then there are professionals I could recommend instead. All of these services are linked below and will give you more information. They'll usually take about a week or less to complete. However, at busy times, I may put a note on the website or give you an option to cancel if the wait is too long. If it gets too busy, then I may have to set them as sold out temporarily, but we'll see. Hopefully this will help some of you, as this has been the most requested thing I get. So go and check out the links below, hit the like and subscribe buttons to the channel. I'd love to hit 10k this year, at which point I may do a bit of a giveaway. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the room down below, and I'll see you next week.